Okay.
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, the board secretary has forwarded notice of this meeting for advertising by having the date, time, and place thereof posted in the Secaucus Town Hall on the bulletin board located in the hallway of the Board of Education Administration Building, as well as notice being provided to the Bergen Record, Jersey Journal, and district website. Motion.
So moved.
Is there a second on that?
Second.
Thank you. Let's stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one
one nation,
under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with
liberty and justice for all.
for all. Roll, Grace.
Mr. Bartletta,
Present.
Miss Callie,
Present.
Miss Eccles,
Here.
Miss McFarland,
Here.
Mr. McStowe,
Yeah.
Miss O'Connell,
Here.
Miss Pantiliano,
Here.
Mr. Patel,
Here.
Dr. Strobert.
Here.
There's a motion for the minutes.
Approval of the regular meetings of November 19th.
Second.
Roll.
Mr. Bartletta,
Yes.
Miss Callie,
Yes.
Miss Eccles,
Yes.
Miss McFarland,
Yes.
Mr. McStowe,
Yes.
Miss O'Connell,
Yes.
Miss Pantiliano,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Dr. Strobert.
Yes.
All right, that brings us to the showcase, and at this point, we're going to have Carrie Ann DeVito giving us the HIB self-assessment.
Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes.
I always try to do the tech check. Jerry, first I want to thank Jerry Kaiser for helping me out and getting the presentation on the screen for us. But while he's doing that, just a reminder that the HIB self-assessment is something that all districts are required to do. If you recall, we did this last year, probably in August. Typically, this assessment is presented to you in August for an October deadline by the Department of Education. But in light of the unusual school year, they did make an extension to December. So I'd like to present the findings to you this evening. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to utilize the chat. I'm happy to stay on and answer any questions that you might have. Dr. Kaiser will also be, if he's not done so already, placing this on our webpage. That is also part of the requirement. He'll replace this self-assessment 1920 with the 1819 one that is currently up so that everyone has access to it. So you can go ahead to the next slide, Dr. Kaiser. So two important things to note that I would like to make everyone aware of. Based on the New Jersey Road Back Plan, all districts have a continued responsibility and obligation to prevent and respond to any allegations of HIB. And there you'll see the code cited. And while this is typically done in October or due to the Department of Ed in October, there was an extension given to December. Quick, I like to always give a little lesson. You may remember this from last year, a little alphabet soup. The ABR refers to the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights. This would be the legislation that guides us in our HIB investigations and our requirements. HIB, obviously standing for harassment, intimidation, and bullying. The ABC is the anti-bullying coordinator, which is myself. The ABS is the anti-bullying specialist. We have one assigned to each school. And the SCT is the school climate team, which was once called the school safety team. According to the ABR, every district at the district level must assign someone to be the anti-bullying coordinator. Like I said, that is myself. I get the prize. You will see that it's listed on our website very clearly, who I am and how to contact me. And each school is also, each school must also have an anti-bullying specialist. And there is one in each of our buildings. That's the school level. They are responsible for leading investigations, preparing reports. They are the primary person responsible for preventing and identifying issues of HIB or patterns. And they are also typically the chairperson on the school climate team. Under the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights, all schools are required to conduct an annual self-assessment. This is a tool that districts use to really reflect on their practices. I have to tell you that our ABSs have taken this very serious. You'll be very pleased when I get to the reporting that we've improved in every area. So they're very serious about this. The ultimate goal is that our kids feel safe and secure in our schools, be it virtual or in the building. And the goal of this presentation is to share those results with all of you this evening. Who completes the self-assessment? Typically, you'd have a meeting in person. Last year, they had it through a Google meeting. The school climate teams, chaired by that anti-bullying specialist, will meet with people who are part of the school climate team. Typically, school climate teams have parents, teachers, students, and administrators as part of that. And the goal is to honestly reflect and review on our policies and procedures. At the high school, Tara Tavares is our anti-bullying specialist. At the middle school, we have Sarah Cicelo. At Huber Street and Millridge, which includes Millridge, is Jamie Vigiano. And at Clarendon, we have Dawn Dory. When we look at the assessment, nothing really has changed from the last year's assessment. We look at 8 areas. So we're looking at our programs and approaches. We're looking on our training of staff. We're looking on board approval and board policy. We're looking at staff instruction and training programs, curriculum, HIB personnel, school level HIB incident reporting procedures, HIB investigative procedures, and HIB reporting. So here is our score sheet. And what I did was anywhere we had an area of growth from last year, there's a star. If it is blank next to the number, that means the score in that area remained the same. And if there's the little arrow, that means the area is an area we would like to improve upon because the score dipped down. So if you just quickly look to each of the questions or the core areas, you will see at the high school level, there was improvement in 4 areas, and the total score, your max score is a 78. They scored a 65, which was an improvement from last year. At the middle school, you'll see that there are 4 areas of improvement as well, and their core score also improved at a 70. At Huber Street, you'll see that there are 4 areas of improvement, and again, an increase in their score with a grand total of 69. And Clarendon School, we have 4 areas of improvement and also an increase in their total score of a 68. So every school has improved. I'm very proud of the work that those committees have done. If you look at our areas of growth, each school has reported an increase since last year. Each school climate team continues to meet more than the 2 times per year requirement. In addition to that, Ms. Montesano and I meet monthly with the HIB team in order to go over patterns as well as addressing the culture and climate in each building. Principals and the anti-bullying specialists are working very closely to monitor the virtual learning environment and making sure that these issues are not occurring in our virtual learning environment. And as part of the Road Back plan, you know that it is critical to address social emotional learning in all of our classrooms, and our guidance and child study teams have really done a wonderful job with that. So these are all areas of growth in the district in terms of the self-assessment. Our goals for the future in those areas we always want to improve upon, we're always looking to learn and grow. We have incorporated the HIBster program in order to track and record incidences of HIB. Most school districts do use this system. While I feel our report writing and investigative procedures are top-notch, they are definitely aligned with the HIBster program. What ends up happening is it's very difficult to collect the data year to year and not being able to see any patterns of harassment, intimidation, and bullying when these files are on paper locked in my office. The HIBster program allows us to track. So if we have a habitual offender or a student who is often the target of bullying behavior, this will help us to see that at a glance. It stores everything in a database. It creates letters. It allows the team to ask appropriate questions in their investigative procedures. So it definitely was a program that we felt would be very worthwhile for the district. And it is something that we trained our anti-bullying specialists and principals on this year. I couldn't do that without the help of Mrs. Christina Wiswesser, who is our supervisor of guidance. She helped us to get our training in, and she assisted me in training all of our administrators on HIBster. You will see that if you go to our website on the main page, it is very accessible for staff, students, or parents to click on HIB reporting. If they go to the district page and they click on HIB reporting, it will give them a brief definition of what the state's definition of HIB is. And then it gives them a direct link on how to complete an incident report. We want this to be very transparent. What happens at that point is that form is emailed to the building principals. And as you know from my presentation last year, principals do have the discretion of deciding if something is investigated or not based on the law, and they assign it to an anti-bullying specialist for their investigation. That is all done through the HIBster program, helps to maintain timelines and make sure that things are completed in a timely and professional manner. We will continue to train our staff, including administrators, on the ABR, the Anti-Bullying Bill of Rights, and any updates that we get annually. Mr. Fogarty is instrumental in helping us when anything changes with the law and informing us, so we will continue to do that. And our goal this year, our big goal, is to research and explore possible HIB-related programs, assemblies, software, anything that will help foster a more positive school climate in our district. As always, I'm available to you. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me through the phone or email. I'm happy to answer those questions. I am extremely proud of the work that the anti-bullying specialists, along with the principals, have done. They're a great group, a great team. And again, the ultimate goal is obviously to keep our students safe and feeling great about being in school. So if anyone has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. I will go ahead and send this to the State Department. It will be on the website for review, and we have completed our obligation to report the self-assessment to the State Department of Ed.
Thank you, Mrs.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Any questions?
No, I would like to share though, HIBster is a new program. But as a former principal myself, I did use the hipster program a number of years ago in a previous district. And I will tell you that it changed the format and reliability and validity of how we moved along the process of completing HIB. So I think it's from someone who used it, it's definitely a game changer. It keeps everything neat and organized. You would hope when we complete HIB's investigations that we wouldn't need to refer back to them, but there are times in cases where we must do that. And this program allows us to do that with ease and keep everything in order for our reference. So definitely a worthwhile program for our district to have. We had HIB has been one of our district goals for the last few years. And I think that Carrie and you and your team and our administrators have done a tremendous job trying to continually improve the climate and culture. And this is a tough time for students. It's a tough time for everybody. But mental wellness is at the forefront, and students, they, even though they're home, they still get in altercations and they still have some conflict resolution to deal with, and things do happen. Everyone should know that although we are virtual, things happen, but we're very involved. Our guidance is very involved. Our administrators and teachers are very involved. So if a situation does arise, we're still handling it just as we would if we were in school, and we still encourage people that if they feel that their child, and same with the teacher, if they have someone in their class and they feel that they might be a victim of an HIB, that they please put it in so that we can investigate, because it is a little harder to communicate with students now that we don't see them daily. But it's still in the forefront. We still want to address it if something is taking place. So thank you, Carrie Ann, for providing that information.
You're welcome. And have a wonderful holiday, but I will be at the meeting if you have any questions, and you certainly can email me or call me.
Thank you. Do we have any organization reports?
Not this evening, Joan.
How about correspondence?
No correspondence.
Thank you. Superintendent's report.
Sure, I always have a couple of things to share. Good evening, everyone. Once again, this past month has seen a very upsetting level of positive COVID-19 cases in both our community and in the state. As always, I thank our Board of Education and the mayor for working with Grace Yo and I as we navigate our district during these times. With virtual classes in full effect right now, administrators are performing many observations, which have been showing how hard our teachers have been working and what wonderful instruction is being given to our students during this time, even though it is fully remote. So everyone is doing a wonderful job. It's tough times, and I know we watch the news and we see a lot of information about vaccines and the lights at the end of the tunnel. But we have to remain vigilant at all times during this process. But we are having a successful time giving instruction and getting feedback from our parents and our students. So we're going to continue moving forward until we are prepared to return, which we hope will still be in mid-January. I also appreciate everyone's continued support and work during the last few days while we had a winter advisory. I know that many in our area have been debating the topic of the snow day effect. But I want to share that, like most people, I absolutely love to see our students and our families enjoy a great snow day together. And during these times, I do agree, everyone definitely needs a fun day such as this. But with the current virtual circumstances and having our staff and students work remote during this time, it has allowed our district to save a snow day, which is also so close to the winter break. And I think it's important for us to have done that so that we would have it, and we will have it in our bank if it's needed in the upcoming winter months. So I do value the snow day, but I do think that today was a great day to hold on to a snow day if it's needed in the future. And this is bittersweet at this moment, but I want to take a minute to thank and congratulate our Board of Education members who are leaving our board after tonight. Ruby Pantoliano and Kathy McFarland, you both have helped our district in many ways. You have both volunteered your time to support the effort of our administration, staff, our faculty, our students, while working with us to make decisions that truly have wonderful effects on our students and our district. On behalf of Grace Yo and myself and the administrative team, we want to thank you for your time, your efforts, and all of your support. You will both be truly missed, and your legacy of our many achievements, including our dynamic one-to-one program and a extremely successful transition to remote learning during a pandemic, will be something that will always have both of your names on it. So from both of us and all of our district, thank you so much for everything that you have done for us.
Thank you.
And please, we will be presenting you. I will be making a delivery to you all, to both of you. And on behalf of us, please never forget us. This way you won't. So you'll have it. Look at us, think of us, and know that we all love you. And thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And lastly, as we celebrate the winter holidays such as Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and New Year's, I ask that everyone please remain safe, enjoy time with a small circle of those that you see often. The new year looks bright with a vaccine that can help end the pandemic and bring us back to in-person instruction, school sports, activities, and our most famous Patriot Pride. Until then, if we wear our masks, social distance, practice hand washing and hygiene practices, we will help our community stay safe and healthy. So on behalf of Grace Yo and myself, I would like to thank all of our staff and faculty for all of their hard work during this time, for extreme dedication to our district, and we'd like to wish everyone a happy and healthy holiday and new year, and we are all looking forward to 2021 for sure. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And this evening, our HIV report.
I didn't get that.
Did I freeze?
Yeah, you were like,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. There are no HIV investigation report this month.
Thank you. Am I delayed too? No. Oh, okay.
Maybe it was just me.
All right. Grace, do you have a business BA report?
Just on behalf of the business office, I'd like to wish everybody a very healthy and happy new year and enjoy your time off.
Thank you. Is there anybody, Dr. Kaiser, waiting to question things on the agenda?
I'll just have a quick look. I don't see any raised hands at the moment.
No?
No.
Okay, then we can jump down to the governance committee.
I motion to accept the recommendation of the superintendent to approve and adopt resolution R1.01 through R1.13 and motion M101 as described below.
Second.
Discussion? Roll.
Mr. Bartletta,
Yes.
Ms. Callie,
Yes.
Ms. Eccles,
Yes.
Ms. McFarland,
yes.
Mr. McStowe,
I'm going to vote yes on everything but 1.06. I'll be voting no on that.
Ms. O'Connell,
Yes.
Ms. Pantoliano,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Dr. Strobert. Dr. Strobert? Oh.
You're okay.
You're on mute.
You're on mute, Barb.
Yes.
Thank you. Policy?
I would like to accept the recommendation of the superintendent to approve and adopt resolutions R 2.01 as described below for the following.
Second.
Second,
Roll.
Mr. Bartletta,
Yes.
Ms. Callie,
Yes.
Ms. Eccles,
Yes.
Ms. McFarland,
Yes.
Mr. McStowe,
said yes.
Yes.
Ms. O'Connell,
Yes. Stop, Grace.
Ms. Pantiliano,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Dr. Strobert.
Yes.
Thank you. Any shared services?
No report at this time.
Legislation? No report?
No.
Education Committee?
I make a motion to accept the recommendation of the superintendent to approve and adopt resolutions R 5.01 as described below.
Second.
Discussion? Roll.
Mr. Bartletta,
Yes.
Ms. Callie,
Yes.
Ms. Eccles,
Yes.
Ms. McFarland,
Yes.
Mr. McStowe,
Should leave him for last.
Ms. O'Connell,
Yes.
Ms. Pantiliano,
Yes.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Dr. Strobert.
Yes.
Jack, you're frozen.
He can't even shake his head.
I don't know what happens.
Did he vote?
Yes.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Nice.
Need a little prompt there.
Feeling
Um,
delay.
Athletics, what,
Yes, I actually have an athletic report.
all right, thank you.
I will apologize in advance if I mispronounce anyone's names, but congratulations to our Patriot runners who were selected to the 2020 All-County Cross-Country Team. Girls, Haley Nowak, first team, Carmelina Sanchi, third team. Boys, Eunice Abada, honorable mention. All-State Group 1 team, girls, Haley Nowak, first team. Deborah Biru, second team. Carmelina Sanchi, third team. Boys, Eunice Abada, third team. Girls country, cross-country state sectionals. Haley Nowak, repeated as North 2 Group 1 state sectional champion. She was the first girl runner in history to win 2 state sectional individual championships. Deborah Biru, fourth place individual medal. Carmelita Sanchi, sixth place individual medal. The team placed second and earned silver medals. Noah Biru Sanchi, Grace Bowers, Art Vandy, Gina Marshman, and Lana Kapodadis. 10th time in the last 11 years that our program has medaled in state sectional championship. Boys cross-country state sectionals. Eunice Abada, fourth place individual medal. Visha 10th place individual medal. Team placed third, earned bronze medals. Abada, Nait, Nicholas Munoz, Andrew, Adrian De Los Santos, Janet Bayan, and Roger Bragados. This is the 9th time in the last 10 years that our program has medaled in state sectional champions. Okay, this is a list of the students that received postseason honors for the fall season. Football, baton barrage, first team all division defense, third team all state group 2 defense. Peter Weber, First Team All Division Defense. Aiden Velez, First Team All Division Defense. Zachary Pasquarello, First Team All Division Offense. Marzouk, Second Team All Division Offense. Alex Constantino, Second Team All Division Offense. John Young, Second Team All Division Defense. Carl Garcia, Second Team All Division Defense. Linus Mundo, Honorable Mention All Division. Soccer, boys. Jamling Lama, First Team All Division. Luciano Chirino, First Team All Division. Ayub, First Team All Division. Yuval Sukesh Kumar, Second Team All Division. Soccer, Daniela Pichetti, First Team All Division. Hayes Jones, First Team All Division. Nicole Paris, Second Team All Division. Kate Kelly, Second Team All Division. Tia Hussein, First Team All Division Singles. Hafsa Ahmed, First Team All Division Doubles. Krisha Patel, First Team All Division Doubles. Aditi, Second Team All Division Singles. Congratulations.
Thank you, and congratulations to all our winners. Technologies, do we have any reports on school technology?
No report at this time.
All right, operations, finance.
Can you hear me?
It's a little
Not
shaky, Jack.
really.
I got it. I'll read it.
Thanks,
like to-
Lance.
I'd like to make a motion to accept the recommendation of the Business Administrative Board Secretary to approve and adopt resolutions 8.01 through 8.09 as described.
Second.
Discussion? Roll.
Mr. Bartletta,
Yes.
Miss Callie,
Yes.
Miss Eccles,
Yes.
Miss McFarland,
Yes.
Mr. McStell, Miss O'Connell,
Yes.
Miss Pantiliano,
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Mr. Patel,
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Strobert.
Yes. Thank you. Any report from safety, security, buildings and grounds?
No report at this.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
All right, Dr. Kaiser, is there any people on the discussion from the public forum?
No one has raised a virtual hand at this. Oh, no, we have one now. Yes. Karen Young.
Before she
We do have one.
speaks, doctor, oh goodness. Mr. Fogarty has to read the statement.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Stephen Fogarty. I'm the attorney for the Secaucus Board of Education. This meeting is open to the public for the purpose of addressing any subject matter that is pertinent to and or directly related to the operation of the Secaucus Public School District. Residents wishing to speak on such items must sign, well, you're not signing the register, but you need to state your name and the purpose for which you are speaking. Comments are limited to 5 minutes per person. The board may or may not respond to issues raised by members of the public at the time they are raised, but will provide a response if and when appropriate. The board asks that members of the public be courteous and mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Please note that the board will not respond to comments regarding students or board employees in light of the privacy rights held by those individuals. Moreover, the board discourages comments about such individuals. Excuse me. And will not be responsible for those comments. Members of the public who choose to speak during the public session should carefully consider their comments, since they could be held personally liable for any statements they make. Finally, please note that in accordance with district policy number 1100, the board will not officially comment or respond to any matter mentioned unless it can confirm that the matter has first been brought to the attention of the appropriate school personnel in an attempt to resolve the matter informally. Your cooperation is appreciated and best wishes for the holiday season.
Dr. Kaiser?
Yes. Ms. Young?
Hi, good evening. Karen Young, 10 Orange Terrace. Thank you, everyone, for giving me the opportunity to speak. It's my understanding this is Ruby Pantaleano's last meeting. So I wanted to thank her for her incredible service, her dedication to the students of this town, all the time and effort that she put into serving. I know how much work that people don't even see that Board of Ed members do, the impact it has on their family lives, their personal lives, all the forms you have to fill out, the classes you have to take, the time and energy you put, Ruby, during this time period, during your service, meant so much. And your impact on the students and what you've done for them is remarkable. And I'm not gonna cry, but it has been an absolute pleasure knowing that you were on that board to represent our children. And I thank you for your service.
Thank you, Karen.
Very nice.
Anyone else?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. If anybody wants to, they could just raise a virtual hand. No, there are no further requests to speak.
Okay, do we have board members' comments? Mrs. McFarland?
Yes, I'd like to make a statement. I'd like to express my thanks to the people of Sea Caucus for giving me the opportunity to sit on this Board of Education for 3 years. My hope is that I have enhanced the lives of our students and staff, as well as provided our students with a safe environment in which they're able to achieve their greatest academic as well as social potential. I would like to thank my fellow board members, past and present, as well as Superintendent Montesano for their companionship on this journey. There are 2 people who I would especially like to thank. Business Administrator Grace Yo is the bedrock of this board and has been my source of inspiration and motivation for these last 3 years. I thank her for her dedication to the people who comprise this school district. Board Attorney Stephen Fogarty is an integral member of this district, and I thank him for answering my barrage of questions with the utmost wisdom and patience. Both of you are my unsung heroes. In his latest encyclical, Fratelli Tutti, Pope Francis encourages a renewed appreciation of politics as a lofty vocation and one of the highest forms of charity, inasmuch as it seeks the common good. My hope is that I have lived up to his expectations. I wish you all a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you. Mrs. Pantaleano?
Yes, I'd like to say a few things. I want to start by saying thank you to Jennifer Montesano for all her hard work and dedication to our district, and most importantly, our kids. What you have accomplished during the time you have been here is remarkable. Thank you. Thank you, Grace and the board office, staff, for all the support, guidance, and for keeping me in line and organized. Thank you to Stephen for your expertise. It has been such a pleasure to work with you. Thank you to our directors, supervisors, principals, and assistant principal. Thank you to our guidance department, our teachers, our nurses, our secretaries, IT department, our TAs, our CAs, our custodians, bus drivers, bus aid, and lunch aides. Thank you to our coaches, our class advisors, and club advisors for the extra time you put in. It doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you to our PTA members for giving so much of your time. My present and past board members, your dedication and hard work is second to none. Thank you to your families for sharing you with us. I also want to especially thank my family, Pat, Patrick, and Danny, for putting up with leftover dinners every third Thursday of the month. Standing and support are something I will always and forever be thankful for, and I could not have gotten through these 6 years without you. When I decided to run for the Board of Ed 6 years ago, I wasn't sure what I was getting myself into. But I sit here today now extremely pleased with the goals that we have accomplished together. When I started, my promise was to always put the kids first. I believe I kept up my side of the bargain. I hope going forward, the rest of you will continue to do the same. In closing, I may be leaving with somewhat of a heavy heart, but I know one thing for sure, the children of Secaucus are in good hands. Thank you. I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Any flowers?
Oh. Anyone else like to say anything?
Bye, everybody.
No one?
Notice it's when you spend time, I mean, 6 years, 3 years, you become part of the family. I mean, and we have a board family, and like families, we fight, we get along, we love each other, okay? And it's going to be hard because it's like 2 members of the family are leaving, but not forgotten. And whenever there's family parties, we will let you know.
Anyone else? Okay, it's my turn. First, I'd like to thank the staff and
Can you
administrators.
hear me?
Yes. Go ahead, Jack. Do you want to speak, Jack?
He wants to ask Santa for a new computer for Christmas.
Well, I would, but if thank you, Kathy. I would, but if I'm going to be delayed, I'll hold it to when I can actually talk.
You know what? I can call you, Jack, and you can talk through my phone.
I said that, Mommy said no.
All right, Jack, I'm going to put you on speakerphone so you can speak, okay?
Sure, if you can hear me.
All right, you can hear him? Go ahead, talk.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can we hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Very well.
That's a lot better. All right. Sorry about doing things this way. Kathy, I just want to thank you for your time. The one thing as a board member we come to know is that the only time there's a thank you is from people that actually know what we do. So again, I'd like to say thank you. Ruby, 6 years is a long time. And I just have a list of the accomplishments that we've done together.
Okay, it's a lot better. All
Many
right.
members on the middle school.
Sorry about doing things this way.
Going out to look at tiles, going to look at floors, many, many hours. That's just one project that you put many hours into. 3 superintendent searches, the amount of hours we put into those. Many contract negotiations. I just want to make sure that the public knows what we're losing here. That not counting the number of times we had to have special meetings, the amount of times we spend just trying to solve problems for the district that people don't look, that goes unnoticed. Ruby, you have gone above and beyond what a board member should have to do, and I personally want to thank you for what you've done.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm
Sorry
signing off.
about having to go through a phone.
It's okay.
It works.
Yes.
It worked. I heard you.
Yes.
Anyone else? Okay, let me try again. I first want to start with thanking the
Joan,
staff.
Joan,
Who wants-
Mr. Valente wanted to say something.
I'm sorry.
No worries, Joan. I didn't want to cut you off, but on behalf of Steve, Chrissy, Amanda, Danielle, and myself, I want to take this opportunity to thank Ruby and Kathy for the past few years of working with you guys. It's been a pleasure. Also, on behalf of all of them, I want to wish all of you a very happy holiday season, and here's to a very happy and healthy 2021.
Thank you, Rob.
Anyone else? We're going to try this again. I first of all want to thank the staff and administration for their dedication to all the students of Sea Caucus during this unprecedented times. Their dedication is unrivaled, and the amount of work they have been doing behind the scenes for our children, I want to thank them and hope it doesn't have to continue virtually forever here. I also want to thank those of you who come and listen to us every meeting. I appreciate your input and your discussions that you bring to the table. Now, for Kathy and Ruby, both of you, I want to thank you so much for the countless hours of service you've given to the town, to the children, always putting them first. Kathy, you've only been here 3 years, but you've seen a lot. You've done a lot. There've been a lot of changes in those 3 years, and I thank you for all your input. Ruby, 6 years is an amazing amount of time. Only those of us who are on the board, as Jack said, knows exactly how many meetings, how many dinners you miss or come late to with your family. I can't list everything. Jack did an excellent job, and I'm not going to reiterate the negotiations, the superintendent searches, but I'm doing it right now. So that being said, I want to wish everyone a very happy holiday season and a very different 2021 to everyone. Thank you. Good night. Can we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Go ahead, Ruby and Kathy, go for it.
Second.
Thank you. Good night. Happy New Year.
Christmas, everyone. Happy New
Happy
Year.
holidays.
Bye.
Bye-bye, guys. Enjoy.
Good night.
Holiday.